Welcome back to the allotment project 2022. It's the 6th of June and it's about 10 degrees, very windy, pretty cold actually in that wind. It was more like about 8. And I just taking a break for a moment. So I'll let you have a look around. You might not hear me because of the wind. I've been having some problems with the strawberries. I'll show you in a minute. I've been turning up and they've been eaten, so I thought there were slugs because the birds can't get at them anymore. Then I thought, hey, a lot of slug activity for this. And then I started noticing the green strawberries, which had no way ripened, piled up into corners in groups of like 5, 6, 7, 8, all in various places throughout the strawberries. So I set 2 mouse traps. And both's been set off. One's been empty completely, not actually gone off, and then the other one has gone off. And what do we find? You can see him in there. A little mouse. Caught him. Or caught one of them. I don't want to stress him out by shaking him up, so I'll have to find a field a few miles away and drop him off on the way home. Well, that's one down. Set the trap again. I'll reset this trap. Hopefully we can catch them all. Into the radishes. You see they're starting to come through. Weed corner. Actually meant to be for dahlias, but it's turned into weeds. Got a hold. Onion. Come to seed. Take them all and eat them tonight. Sweet peas are growing okay. Lovely scent. A few bits of flowers. That clematis I think is growing back. Some bulbs growing up. Strawberries in there. Lots of foliage on. I've had a few strawberries off them. So far I've had about 4 buckets full. And I'll show you what I mean about strawberries. Hey, look. There's quite a few other ones in there. One down here which I've not done anything at all with this year. Just like grow wild. Actually like wildflowers. So. Quite a few of them. Raspberries are growing up nicely. Water butts are full up last night. It's all wild in here at the moment. Chives everywhere. Mint. Lots more chives. Rhubarb's taken off slowly. Peas are coming through down there. Beans are growing. A few of them getting up to 6 foot. Parsnips and I think the Swedes. The Swedes are turnips. We've got all these to go in yet. I know what to put them. Turnips. There we go. So there's turnips. There's parsnips. A few marigolds. Sweet peas again. Loads of them. Fruit cages are doing okay. cucumbers, not doing very well. I do have one or two coming up. Another one or two on there. I was going to try and make a shape out of one of them, but they're already too big to fit into the plastic containers. Tomatoes. I don't know what's going on with the tomatoes this year. Leaves are curling and dying off. Some of them are okay. Tomatoes appearing on there. Smell nice. This particular plant, it does this all the time, sheds at leaves. Don't think I'm going to get anything on that one. Keep them watered regular. Try not to drown them. So I don't really know what's happening with them this year. I think they're going to be a bad crop. Turnips again, or Swedes, not too sure which, you'd have to look at the label. Carrots, so I have nowhere to put them. Almost lost the compost bin up there. The blueberries have got a bit of fruit on. And what I did yesterday was I fed them some white vinegar and some Epsom salts. I do have some more acidic stuff coming for them. And the white berries over there. Onions. Quite a few of those coming up. Most of them seem to have tried to go to seed this year. Pick the tops off. There's a few with some bulbs, good bulbs on. Carrots. More onions. Garlic. Oh, potatoes have come along since I did the last video. Sunflowers. Plants around the bottom. That fruit cage is doing alright. Lots of fruit in there, lots of strawberries. And we've got broccoli and all sorts of veg. Pumpkins, sweet corn. Just got 4 of those actually. Beetroots. Tried to plant them all at different times, that's why some are large and some are small. These are Swedes. More beetroot. Strawberries in there, see them dotted around. And this greenhouse, these are all leeks. Potting on, I potted about 30 on so far. And we have pepper, That pepper's growing great, that pepper's growing rubbish. Tomatoes, same again. Most of them doing okay, and then you get the odd one, and it goes like this. It is producing. I've watered it today. It's not showing anything on the monitor, but it has been watered. In fact, these monitors are quite rubbish. We've got 3 of these. And we want it to go into the blue. And put it in and nothing happens. Give it a little twist and sometimes it works. And it goes over. So yeah, we do have some moisture in there. That's apples coming up there. Lots of little apples coming along. Strawberries again. That's sage, by the way, if you was wondering, that's sage. Strawberries coming along in here. I did a pick yesterday and I tend to pick every other day. And lots of slug pallets. I did a pick yesterday, so there's tomorrow they'll be ready. Raspberries. Some more currants. Lots of currants. Lots of strawberries are in there. And plenty of weeds. That's a tayberry, I think. Tayberry. Yep. That's getting a around. Don't like the marks on them the way they are. Raspberries again. Tayberries again. That's just the way they're growing. Let's see what happens. I wasn't expecting any fruit off these this year, with it being the first year. That's a red currant. Raspberries. That's some of the tayberry down there. There's a big strawberry down there. If the mice don't get it, they'll be ready tomorrow. More raspberries. Oh, the gooseberries, these are doing okay. First time I've really had a crop of gooseberries. I think it's time for them to grow a bit more yet. I have a big red currant bush at the back there. Odd one or two coming through now. And then into the root veggies and the brassicas, etc., whatever you like to call them. I think they are the sprouts. All up there is broccoli. We have some kale growing. Used it as a filling. I think they're sprouts as well. Over here we have beetroots. starting to perform. And on the Swedes, you can see some Swedes coming through. They seem to have just appeared. There's a couple down there. Another month and they should be ready. Believe it or not, it's up to you, but I weeded this on Monday. Is it Monday? Monday and Tuesday I weeded this entire area. I had 5 large buckets of weeds, and now look at it. They've grown back even more. Some more beetroot down there. So the ones at the top, they were planted first, then obviously second, and that was second, and that was third. I think this is more sprouts. This is more Swedes or turnips. Let me have a look. You can't tell because they were planted later on. So we'll see what happens with those. Pumpkins, getting flowers on. I have a tube on the other side, one for each plant, so that feed them straight to the root. There's 3 in there altogether. And these are broccoli. Long way to go for those. Over here we have some the lupins mixed in with raspberries, onions, a couple of nice big ones down there. I think that's chamomile. And we have obviously some giant daisies. And these are, I think they're Swedes. The garlic there is turning, but no big bulbs yet, but almost ready. Into the greenhouse. Butternut squash, going a bit powder mildew on it. Going to treat that this week. I've ordered some mildew spray. Tomatoes, onions again mixed in down there. And the tomato. And there we have courgette. Courgette. And we have, what is this one? Let me remind myself. Courgette. Peppers, chili peppers. More onions. Randomly grown tomato over there, self-seeded. Always give them a chance, because sometimes you get a really good tomato off things like that. Go into this one, I'll show you where the mice have been. There we go. So, they're the traps. I'll reset that one. Something had been in it, eaten all the food and walked away. Good on it. If it does it again, hopefully it'll catch it this time. And strawberries and various places. You can see all the teeth marks in some of them. Currant. These giant things are cabbages which were left over from last year. They're not going to produce a head, but let them grow. I could eat them if I was hungry. On this side, strawberries. And what else have we got? Weed. We'll have that one out. This one is blueberry blue crop. Not doing very well. Well, it's only its first year. That one over there died. I think that one's on its last legs. There's one down there. Not the easiest thing to grow. That is blueberry duke or duke. There's some more strawberries under there. They're doing okay. Into the other strawberry area, which is guarded by a lupin. Nice and tall. Lots of fruit, lots of mice. But I shall endeavour to persevere. Let me know in the comments if you know what film that's from. I endeavour to persevere. Monkey puss trees still growing. Strawberries everywhere. It's surprising how some are ripening and some aren't. I mean, I think the ones that have been ripening, I think the mice have had. Still time to get another crop out of them. There's a friend. Quite a few of those around this year. I think I've had probably 20 out of here. That's all I've had. But there's still time for more. Have a look at the wildflower situation at the moment. This video is going to drag on, by the way, so if you don't watch it all, I understand. I want to show you everything. So, wildflowers are starting to come through nicely now. We have white and purple foxgloves. That'll be herb-berry willow, those tall ones. Lots of raspberries from last year. This is where I dump all the waste now. Just throw it all on here. This is the worst thing. Vineweed. That's terrible. Vineweed. You don't want that. And if that was a mouse, shot off the reel. This is strawberry fields. A few strawberries in there. Jonathan beavering away over there. As you can see, we've got a lot of strawberries in here. They were picked yesterday, so there'll be more tomorrow. These are the ones that Jonathan took off me and planted. He's got quite a few coming through. There's lots in the middle down there. Looks like he's got more than me because he's not been picking them. Got some more down there. His vine is coming out the top of the greenhouse. I'm not too sure what they are. Looks like there might be some grapes growing. Lots of grapes. Morning, neighbour.
Hello.
I'm trying potatoes in a basket this year. On this side. And in the ground. The ground ones are winning at the moment. This is Jonathan's fruit side. He's got lots of fruit in there. And lots of gooseberries. Until yesterday, that cover was on there. And it's blown off. And this is Jonathan's compost heap he's made. He's got better fruit in there than I have in the bowl at home. Yeah. Sunflowers. And there's the fruit trees. And the pond. All the tadpoles disappeared for some reason. And we haven't seen anything else in there apart from water beetles. So that was a look around the allotments. 6th of June 2026, and these are the hazelnut trees that I planted to form that hedge. Right, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Well, it's a long one, it's like 30 minutes. I did try to put one up last week, and for some reason it had picked up the radio, and YouTube banned it because the clip was apparently more than a minute. I didn't actually hear the radio in the background, but anyway, there we go. I've just noticed down there a mouse hole or a rat hole, not too sure. There you go. All looking for a free meal. Right, thanks again. Catch you on the next one.